Why do I always have to start? You could say something
Because
first.
it's tradition.
Yeah, but Christ, I just have to...
I always wait for your hello.
Hello. Oh, Adele! Apparently I'm Adele. There's going to have to be some sort of video where I'm Adele. Okay, so hello everyone.
Hi.
It's another week. And today we're going to be reviewing the last season of American Horror Story. It was called Hotel.
Yes, we did a part 1, so click here to watch that first. I can't remember how many episodes we were in when we did that.
It seemed like a while ago. I can't even really remember what our conclusions were from the first episode.
No, but now it has come to a conclusion. The series has ended and we have thoughts.
Yes, so there was a lot of sort of hype about this season in particular because even before it came out,
Because of
first
the Gaga.
one, well, Gaga, and also first one that Jessica Lange is not in.
I wasn't really that bothered about that.
Oh, shut up.
Well, like,
Why don't you shut up?
No, she's amazing and I absolutely love her, but like, it's
No,
not just about
it's
her.
just her show. It's her show.
Alright.
It's like having RuPaul's Drag Race presented by, you know, Paul O'Grady.
Well, no, it's not.
It's exactly the same as that. I was sort of hoping for a tiny cameo from Jessica Lange, even if she was just, you know, someone that stayed in the hotel for 10 minutes.
I thought that would have been a bit of a cop-out because they really promoted the show as her not being in it, so I'm glad she wasn't in it. That would have
Maybe.
been lame.
I guess. I
She
don't
might be in a
know.
future season though.
I think overall, we did that Golden Globes video, we didn't really touch on it, but Lady Gaga won a Golden Globe for her.
I think that was well deserved.
I
What do
mean,
you
looking
think?
back, I don't know if it was maybe just sort of, I don't even know how to explain it, but
Clearly-
who was she up against? I can't remember now, but I don't know if it was entirely deserved.
I don't know. I think she was amazing. I mean, clearly
She
the
was
part
good,
was
but-
written for her,
Yeah.
obviously. But there were certain scenes where I just thought, wow, this bitch can really act.
I thought maybe the Golden Globe was a bit much, but she was certainly a hell of a lot better than I think people thought she was going to be, myself included.
I thought she was fantastic. I
No,
would still
actually-
love to see her come back in like another
Yeah.
season though, as a different
That's not
character.
fair. I think I always thought she'd be quite good. It was the fashion and sort of the idea of her that I think people really loved, because that character was just ridiculous. What I didn't like about Hotel is that there were sort of 7 white guys that look exactly the same. They're the same character.
Are they
And
the same
I got
character?
confused between which one was Gaga's original dude, Gaga's replacement,
Okay, but
the model.
This is true, but I feel like the storyline kind of explained why that is.
No.
No, it did.
Yeah, but
because the
it-
Countess has a very specific type,
Sure.
and she always goes for guys that look like was he Italian? The Italian guy who sounded Russian.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning in her past.
It made sense.
She always tries to cling on to people who look like him, so I feel like that was.
But that, I
perfectly
just think
explained.
that's kind of flawed because I was struggled to figure out who was who. I was like, was that the dude
I struggled for a few episodes
that
because
owns
I'm
the
not.
hotel?
I'm
or...
not familiar with the actors very much, but then about halfway through, it was fine. I didn't have a problem.
Did you think there was going to be more of an explanation about what the deal was with the hotel? Because I always feel like there's going to be a great big revelation. You're like, oh, that's why, you know, the science or the sort of folklore or the background or whatever. But it didn't explain anything.
There were 2 unanswered questions I had about this season. That
Go
was
for
one
it.
of them.
Go
Like,
for it.
what was the mythology of the hotel? Because clearly it is linked to the murder house. Did March build the murder house? I can't remember.
Is it all down to March in any way? Because he
But
killed a
there's
load of people.
some kind of dark magic there. Is it cursed? Because
There's some sort of purgatory about it.
the rules of you die in the building and you stay in the building are the same. I feel like the rules are the same between the 2 buildings. So there's clearly some kind of common link there that wasn't ever explained properly.
Yes,
And then
I would have liked that.
I also wanted to know more about Sally's weird sex demon.
That's
because-
exactly what I was going to say. The only other thing you don't know about is that rape
Because
demon.
all you know is that he's there. She can't control him. I think March can control him. And I think, March uses it a lot to try and manipulate her to do what he wants to do. He uses this demon. But what is the demon? Where did it come from? Why? I thought that was never
Maybe he's
explained.
James March. Was it James March? It was just the devil. I don't know. Stuff like that. I suppose because there were so many plot lines and there were so many sort of mythologies, if you will.
I feel like most of it was resolved.
It was fairly coherent,
Yeah.
but it sort of seemed to me like there should be more rules and stuff about, you know, who's the ghost, who's the vampire, what's going on. It was sort of a bit like, and I know I always bring it up, and I know you always shoot me down, but a tiny bit of the whole Lost, writing it as they go along sort of thing, which sort of takes some sort of creative license. Sort of is a bit of a piss take. I mean, overall, I think my standouts were Gaga was really good. I liked, what was the name of the maid? Mrs. Hooper. No, who the hell's Mrs. Hooper? Who the fuck is Barbara Winters? Anyway, the maid, Mrs. something. Comment down below what the name of the maid was. Her storyline was so sad with the little boy, but I thought she was hilarious.
She turned out to be a bit of a bitch at the end, didn't she? A bit of a psycho.
Well, I guess so. Angela Bassett is always incredible. Her role was probably a bit small.
That was good. That was really,
She
really
wasn't
good.
in it enough for me.
Yeah, I would have liked it to be.
And her storyline was a
her
bit one
scene with the
directional.
Countess I thought was really, really good. You didn't like that scene?
Which one was that? Did they shag?
Where she goes up to kill her and then they end up like, did they shag? I can't remember. They were going to maybe, I can't remember.
Oh, and obviously the other one is Liz Taylor.
Yes.
Liz Taylor is one of the more developed characters, more of a story going on there.
I love how the finale really focused on her, and that scene where she's reunited with, what's his name?
Exactly. White guy number 4.
White guy number 4. It really had me kind of like tearing up. It was really.
It wasn't quite as
emotional.
sad as when Valerie Cherish runs to the hospital because Mickey's in hospital.
No, it wasn't quite as sad.
It wasn't that level.
That was like ripping your heart out of your chest.
Why don't you shut up? I cried into my pizza. Do you remember we were going out and we were eating pizza and we weren't prepared for it?
No, it was really a lot. But this isn't about the comeback.
Give her another take! No, stop it.
So yes, that scene I thought was beautiful, and I think that also. What are you doing right now?
Keep going.
I think it also links to the fact that this season, I feel like all of the characters, they were much more fleshed out. They had much more backstories explained. I feel like the chemistry between the characters was a lot more believable. You felt a lot more emotionally invested in these people.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I feel like in Freak Show, it was just their character was whatever kind of freakiness they had. That was their character.
They had some story in Freak Show.
I don't feel like there was enough.
I think that in Hotel there were too many characters.
And also in Coven as well, I don't feel like there was enough backstory for a lot of the characters.
Coven was good.
It was fine, but I still
too much
feel
like Scream Queens for me. It was very similar.
It was too much like their characters were their powers. You didn't really see.
Oh, what about
else.
Queenie when she came into Horror Story?
That was good.
Hotel, sorry, when she came
good.
in. Gabor Sidibe.
I really enjoyed that.
That was good. We saw her.
I really didn't want her to die. I really wanted her to live.
She died an absolute death, and I love the way that she died as well because she thought she was so hot shit. But there was like a loophole, you know. Imagine Gabor Sidibe's got good blood. So that's that. Where are they going to go from here? The interwebs has already started circulating.
Have you read about this? I've not seen.
Bullshit.
I've seen a lot that people think it's going to be back to like sci-fi alien.
I saw a fake post, American Horror Story Forest, which is so, that's got no imagination whatsoever. But I want Jessica Lange back in my life. We just watched Tootsie. That's not enough Jessica Lange for me because she spends most of that movie sort of drunk. Is Hotel your favourite?
I was going to say, where would you put this? Where would you rank it?
Now there's, what season is this? 6, 7? No, 5?
Murder House, Asylum, Coven, Freak Show, Hotel.
5. Okay, 7. I'm so stupid. Okay, so which one? Oh, because our views are so different.
Yeah.
I liked Freak Show. I'm going to just say it. I don't know why no one else did. I think Coven was good. I still think Asylum was probably the best.
Okay, so I know I said I had 2 things about Hotel that I didn't like, but there was one third thing just to round it all off.
You didn't
like? Is that I still feel like since Asylum we're not getting the horror out of American Horror Story. I feel like Hotel touched on it a couple of times. Sally's demon was horrific. There was obviously a lot of like really, really gory scenes.
There's just a lot of murder.
The ideas of the murders were quite horrifying. But it still wasn't like
not
a proper
scary horror.
Exactly, like Asylum had so many scenes that were
disturbed,
terrifying.
Yeah,
they were scary, like a proper good horror film. And so for that reason, I would still say that Asylum's probably the best, but I think Hotel's a really close second.
I liked Hotel sort of the first half, and as it went on, I sort of started to think it was a bit, I don't know, it wasn't anything new. It was all sort of, it didn't go anywhere really for me. I liked it. I just wish, it had potential for me. I wish it went a bit further, there was a bit more to it. Or maybe a bit less, maybe less characters or something didn't click for me.
I loved all of it.
Why did no one like Freak Show? Okay, you guys, what was your favourite? You have to rank them for us, best to worst. However you want to do it, that's fine.
I'd go Asylum, Hotel, Coven, Murder House, Freak Show.
I don't remember anything about Murder House, so we're going to go watch that now.
Murder House I love, but to me it's like dead to me because the finale was so
the finale
awful.
was bad.
Shit.
But that's, most of them, the finale's not very good.
Anyway, we're rambling now. So
Okay,
you list your top 5.
Yes, and keep watching our channel. Thanks for all the subscribers, all the new ones coming on board.
Hello.
We've gone from like 2 subscribers to sort of 9 million. So I'm so happy about that. Tell a friend, and all of our social media is in the description below.
Bye guys.
Alright, bye then.